So we are potentially about to go and get our first Party Bag SBC of the year, and on top of that we do have ourselves a hero flashback Keane coming. On top of that we are going to be covering everything that has been announced in the last 24 hours. But before we do start, if you guys are interested, I do offer a daily subscriber trading guide, including daily investments, daily prices for shadows, daily prices for silvers, to help you guys with your trading and investing. And all you gotta do is head and click on the top link on the description, and you can subscribe for free with Amazon Prime, or it is £5, €5, or $6. So let's go and talk about everything we've got in the last 24 hours. Regarding SBC wise, it is nothing too crazy. We've only got ourselves 2 new player SBCs, by the way. We've only got ourselves a, what do we go get? Oh, they put them all the way at the back. We've only got ourselves our first showdown of the year with Casiedo versus Ugarte. Very interesting that they basically gave them the exact same card, apart from, didn't they move? Yeah, they gave like 80 dribbling to Casiedo with 83 passing, whereas they gave 83 dribbling to Ugarte and 80 passing there. Yeah, not going to create anything too insane. Basically, if they win, they just go and get +2s on all the stats. But, you know, someone having multiple low 80s with, you know, the order 85 plus isn't that crazy when we go and have a look at something like a Sissoko. You know, when they've gone and dropped us now, obviously, I guess they play in the Prem, which is the main pool. But, yeah, no, when we got something like the Sissoko, yeah, these showdowns just aren't really having anything on them. So that's regarding what we got player SBC wise. Upgrade SBCs, we're going to go ourselves the double 8078, which is quite interesting because we did back that the demand for the League SBC normally does drop off midweek, because obviously people want to do this upgrade SBC instead of the League SBC. Well, I'd say because EA aren't the most progressive with these upgrade SBCs, as in they're not giving us anything too insane, the demand for the League SBC might not be too bad. So your silvers that previously we were a little bit worried about dropping through the week, especially as long as they're not too heavily supplied, we'd be a little bit worried. Now the last thing that we went and got, and it wasn't really when it got it, it was the Max 88 hero was repeatable yesterday. This was completely expected, we knew this was going to happen, just like how we know that the Icon SBC is going to be repeatable on the Thursday. But what market implications did that go and have? Well, fodders continue to rise, which again is no surprise. Bars. We went and got ourselves 84s, and they went from 2.7 up to 3.1. We went and got ourselves 85s. Now she's gone here from 7k up to 8.8k. There are a few of them having really weird trends. I'm not quite sure why Millie Bright would have these trends, but some of them had weird trends where they had a price range update, and because they had a price range update, they were really rare, and because they're really rare, they're more than other fodder. I mean, see McAllister went there from 11k up there to 13k, and we can see Jan Sommer went here from 87s went from 15.5 up there to 17. Well, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a investing tip. Don't normally give investing tips this early in the video, but you can actually go and snipe the 86s as they're extinct, and I came up with a little sniping field for this yesterday. What I'd recommend going is going gold rare, English. I'd then recommend going minimum bid was 3.6, maximum bid was 4, minimum buy now 11k, maximum buy now 12k. What this filter did is, maybe I've got to play around with it a little bit. What this filter did was it allowed me to go and snipe Mary Earps, there we go. Allowed me to go and snipe Mary Earps, who has an 11k price range, and then it also allowed me to go and snipe Kelly, who has a 12k price range if I'm not wrong. And then in this filter you can go and get yourself Lauren James and Trent. Basically it's a filter to go and snipe 86s, but more likely, well, more importantly, is to go and snipe the extinct 86s. As I say, I did this a little bit yesterday, and within like a minute or two I went and got myself some Earps. And as I say, you know, we can go and pick up Earps right now for 11k, or sniper for 11k, and minimum should be up about 14k once she gets a price range update. So yeah, just nice little easy sort of profit you can make right there. As long as they update her price range before Wednesday, although it wouldn't be, before Thursday's Division Rival Awards, you should go and make yourself about 2-3k on every Earp you can go and snipe. So just a quick little trading tip off the back of that. In yesterday's video, we also did talk about buying Team of the Weeks, and these are already showing nice rises already. Again, we talked about buying these at like 18k, while these are up from 18 to 19.5. Talked about buying 88s, when that would have been about 28k. These are already up to 30k. And I believe I could probably go and load up the likes of Horan. And yeah, 87s, I'd be very surprised if they did not also follow the trend. Only yesterday, they also went from 25k and they're up to 27k. Again, these will continue rising till Wednesday, and as long as there is a lack of high rated informs in Wednesday's Team of the Week, they'll continue doing well. Well, Team Week prediction, as I say, off the likes of Footwiz, they do not predict many high-rated players. We've got an 86 McCabe, and we've got an 86 Kante, and an 88 Musiala. Musiala is unlikely to be SBC fodder, leaving you McCabe and Kante. Kante and McCabe probably will both be SBC fodder, but if the only high-rateds in the team of the week are 286s, and also again, Kante I think would be in there off like 1 assist, so I don't even think you can guarantee Kante. McCabe's guaranteed to be in there. She got herself 2 goals, 1 assist, and a penalty, which is insane. And I think it was a 6-0 win from Republic of Ireland versus Northern Ireland. A little controversial derby there. But yeah, so obviously we might go and get ourselves a feature player, but looking like a lack of high-rated fodder, meaning our high-rated fodder in this week can do very, very nicely. So just a little heads up regarding that. Also, if you do want to invest, you can go and pick up the likes of Musiala, McCabe, and Kante. Their gold cards out of pack should also do quite nicely. I think that's but that covers the SBCs again, nothing too much. Just to show you as well, the demand on Casiedo wasn't too amazing. We didn't really see any rise after 6 PM on something like Garnacho or Jota. Jota, if anything, is down 5k. And yeah, we also didn't go and see any rise on Cole Palmer, any more than him just being SBC fodder. So no real rises for those showdown SBCs we showed you earlier, but rises across the board for fodder. Let's go and talk about the market, because obviously the market has been a bit all over the shop. And I said yesterday that my predictions for the market would be, if we don't go and get Hero SBC on the Wednesday, I think, you know, I think the market should rise nicely between now and Wednesday. But if we do go and get Hero SBC on Wednesday, then you might go and see panic selling Tuesday evening, Wednesday. Well, let's have a little look at what's happened to the market since yesterday. It's been very flat. You know, stuff like Nedved, there we go, 300, still 300. Zaimri had a nice rebound. So a lot of things we saw yesterday was anyone who crashed from the early morning to the afternoon rebounded. So I actually went and picked myself up some investments, which I'll show you in a sec. So my logic was, no one yesterday really should have crashed from the morning to the afternoon because there was no new content. So, you know, I backed basically anyone who crashed about 20% from the morning through to the afternoon, I thought would have a nice rebound. So I'll show you again some of the investments we picked up. Zaimri again went from 230, got panic sold down there to 197, has rebounded to 225 since. Rafa Leao again crashed from 320 down to 270, rebounded everything, back down 10k since. De Jong didn't really crash, so he didn't really rebound. And what was this? The likes of Nico Williams had a really nice rebounded from 26 to 33k. Icons like Sol Campbell again just kind of holding, really no real negative trends. What's going to be the trends with these cards? I think the cards that have been rising can continue rising through to Wednesday as long as there's no panic selling. If we do get another Elite Hero SBC, I do think, especially the cards that don't rise each week. What do I mean by a card that doesn't rise each week? Well, you can see right here, Sol Campbell is a card that rises each week. But if I show you someone like Nico Williams today, if I show you something like Nico Williams, I can show you Nico Williams as a card that traditionally just drops every week. So these sort of cards, again, if there's a Hero SBC announced, I'd imagine these will crash a lot more. But these sort of cards, if a Hero SBC is announced on the Wednesday, I don't imagine will crash much more. Let's go and show you guys some of the investments I picked up. Now, I got a little bit screwed over on some of my investments because I went and picked up some cards only for a Hero Keane SBC to be leaked. Because I was trying to stay away from buying centre mids and left backs because they've recently got released by Evos. So I thought, okay, we'll keep it as strikers. Nothing's replacing strikers. I buy some strikers. What happens? Hero Keane gets released. Well, let's just show you guys what we went and picked up. Again, I don't think there's really been much movement. Where's the Pirlo we bought yesterday? There you go. Picked up a Pirlo yesterday at 420. And again, it's because anything that I thought dropped 20% from the morning should rebound. Again, we're not really seeing anything too crazy on him. But here's the logic, right? 500k. Got panic sold down to 420. He did actually rebound to 460, 450, and I think he's probably been fluctuating about 450, 450. Yeah, about 450 today, so up there. But then we picked ourselves up a Coman at 260k. Again, went down a nice portion. Yeah, we're not really seeing anything too crazy on him. Coman went from about 280. We only picked him up for 260. Actually did go as low as 246, but has rebounded about 20k since then. I then proceeded to go and pick up 1, 2, 3 Shevchenkos under 250. This is where I've been a little bit screwed over because we bought the Shevchenkos and then a striker SBC came out. Luckily, he has actually rebounded about 25k a piece, so we can actually make some decent money if we wanted to go and sell them on. Was the Schweinsteiger? No, the Schweinsteiger was bought before the crash. Lucky me. Yeah, kind of one of the reasons I did go and buy these icons was because obviously I was quite heavily invested in icons, so I kind of wanted to double down as such. Right guard's pretty decent, picked up at 480. He's already rebounded to 530. And then what else did we have? And then we've gone and picked ourselves up some heroes here. Again, this is where I got screwed over because I bought hero strikers. Because I was showing in a sec that Brolin had a lovely drop yesterday. The only problem with Brolin is he can happily get replaced by that Keane. Although, again, has had a nice rebound. So Brolin, I thought, if he's gone from 370 to... Well, went down there to 300. I'll go and buy him. Pick these up for about 315. Since then, he has rebounded to 340. But, yeah, got a little bit screwed over. And then Cole is another card I picked up. So, kind of gambling on these cards, rebounding later into the day. The only problem I have is that, and I find this crazy, that this is a hero SBC we're getting. And it's called On This Day Hero. So it's like basically a flashback to On This Day. Well, I would have imagined if it's a flashback to a certain day, it would have been really easy to go and pinpoint his when his SBC is going to come out. Because surely, you know, he's got a crazy goal on the X date, or, you know, got a great accomplishment on X date. No. I went on like SofaScore, I went on like ChatGPT, I went on Google, on everything. There is no overly like standout date between the back end of October and the early November. Like, there is no date. It's so frustrating because you'd imagine these sort of SBCs, we should just, you know, we don't have to get them leaked. Surely if he did something really good on the 3rd of November, well then we're going to go get him on the 3rd of November. But again, there was literally nothing notable he did in the back end. I think literally he got like, I think one of the biggest things on the 31st of October, he got 1 goal in a win against something like Middlesbrough, something like that, which then led Tottenham to go and win their first trophy. But that was in the 4th round, so it wasn't even like the the final round. So it's quite awkward. I'm not quite sure if they're going to go for the angle of on this day, as in on the 30th, but any month. That could maybe be something that maybe make more sense. But yeah, very confusing here on the Keane. I do think Keane does have the chance of dropping all strikers. This isn't the official card. They could either go and release a flashback better than his current card, or release a flashback with just kind of different stats, maybe more pace, less shooting sort of thing. So yeah, not too sure what we're going to go and get regarding the Keane flashback. And also, again, really annoying that we don't really know when we're going to get it. There's also been some other leaks, and those other leaks have been that the next month's season pass, or next season pass, is going to be on the French players, which is very interesting. So obviously this year we had a Dama Troyero, which meant it was Spanish, La Liga and La Liga F. Well, by the looks of things, we're going to, next season is going to be France, Ligue 1 and Ligue 1 Women. Also, stuff that got leaked was a party bag. Now, this is where I'm not too sure when this is going to come out, because obviously yesterday we had the players leak for the season pass, and we also had the party bag. Now, a lot of people think that this is going to come as an SBC, but I'm not too sure. And the reason I'm not too sure is if we go back to last year, we didn't actually go and get our first party bag until Triple Threat, if I'm not wrong. And Triple Threat was the equivalent of like 3-4 weeks away. Now, obviously, EA hasn't exactly done the EA hasn't exactly followed last year's trends, you know, pinpoint, I guess. But this was the first SBC we got. We got RTK and Trailblazers. And the thing that's leaked is RTK and Total Rush. Total Rush this year was the equivalent of Trailblazers. So again, we're about 3-4 weeks away from when that came out last year, which is why I feel like this might be a season pass thing. I see one or two things. One is a season pass thing, because of course if the players have been added, then the packs, and this could very easily be a season pass thing. Two, we're now not going to get hero SBCs on a Wednesday. I think we get maybe hero icon SBCs on a Sunday, and then they drop something like a party bag on the Wednesday. I think this would make sense, because if we go and look at last year, we can see UCL marquee matchups. This would have come out on a Tuesday. Then we would have got probably these on the Tuesday, and then this could have been a Wednesday SBC. So potentially last year, the time when we got the the party bag SBC could have been a Wednesday. I can actually cross-reference this. So the comments are from November. This is how I cross-reference, by the way. I then head over to dates. November 14th. It was a Tuesday from last year. Interesting. Well, there we go. So we could go and get it. If not, it could go and be a season pass thing. Tuesday again would upset the trends of it replacing the hero SBC. So yeah, what would I do regarding this? Now, I do think RTKs are going to be a really, really nice investment. Last year we saw the RTKs that the RTKs that could have got upgraded multiple times. So obviously, you know, people got an upgrade this week, but those that can go and receive future upgrades last year did have nice rises week in, week out. We can show you this with João Pedro. So João Pedro received his first upgrade, I believe it would have been here. But you can see that he rose for another 2 weeks. And that's because he would have rose going into his next game. I believe his next game would have been like a 2-week break between that and his next game, in all fairness. I think his next game would have been something around here, if I'm not wrong. So you can see basically he had a nice rise there. Yeah, yeah, going into his next game. So the players that we do go and fancy as an investment are going to be players that can go and get upgraded next game. One of the main ones of these is going to be Ollie Watkins, if I can go and find Watkins. Ollie Watkins on his next game, if they go and score, which again they're playing against Club Brugge, so they'd be favourite, Ollie Watkins should be a nice investment. Now, when would I go and buy this card? I'd probably wait till Wednesday, because by Wednesday we'll know if we have Hero and Icon SBCs, we'll know if we have the Party Bag SBC. So again, I'll cover this in a later video on the RTKs we want to go and invest in. But basically, we want to go and invest in RTKs that are favourite to go and win their next game, and if they go and win their next game or go and get goals in their next game, they'll go and get upgraded. We would also then go and sell these next Monday, because a lot of the RTKs peaked on the Monday before their games, rather than actually holding closer to their game. So just a little investment you can do regarding that. Just back to the season pass as well, because again this guy's the main guy. We know that it's going to be French Ligue 1 and Liga F. You can make some investments for this. What you can go and do is you can go and pick up promo cards from this league at discard. The reason you can do this is because, one, they could be worked as a link investment. Obviously we get loads of SBCs, objectives regarding the league, the nation, and the leagues. So it could be used as a link investment. Two, they could be used to go and complete objectives. So I'm not completely opposed to buying someone like a Benrahma at discard. I'm not opposed. The problem with Andre is you've got both Andre, Ndombele and Lemuse are all kind of the exact same card. So yeah, a little bit annoying there. You go and buy Zakaria, go and buy some Davids. And again, all you're going to do is just put them on the transfer list and wait for them to work as a link investment. Yeah, you can go and maybe pick up some Clinton Matters. He's a right back that can play centre back. Likewise, you can go and do the same thing with the Liga Woman or Liga and Woman. Liga and Woman, of course, there is way less sort of players you can go and do this with, because they've got way less promo cards because they're a women's league. But yeah, you can go pick up Robert for discard, wouldn't be too bad. You can go and pick up a bunch of Salvers for discard, because again, these guys do have a decent chance of being a link investment sometime down this month. Likewise, you can do the same thing with France. Obviously, a lot of the French players are probably going to be in the Ligue 1 or the Liga Women's, but if there are some discard French sort of promo cards, I mean, Guendouzi probably isn't the best in the world, but yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. You can also probably dual do this. I think something like Lemuse works as both an RTTK investment and he works as a French link investment, so a nice little double down right there. Regarding what I'd recommend doing with the market at the moment, I would probably hold off buying special cards until Wednesday. You can still probably get away with buying high rated informed fodder, especially if you're happy to gamble that there won't be much next week. What other stuff can you go and do? And then you can just trade with gold cards with Shadow and Sudamerica cards, because again, I don't think the demand on Sudamerica is going to drop off too much. And that's what we're doing right there with the Shadow cards and the Sudamerica cards. But we do have a tutorial on the channel today. We're going to have a tutorial on the tutorial channel on how to icon trade. So if icon trading is something of interest to yourself, I do have that, how to do it on console, web app and PC. So that will probably be out actually whilst you're watching this video. So that is going to go and wrap up today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.